I thought it would be fun to make some chili. So I'm going to be making butternut squash chili today. I think it's vegetarian and vegan and gluten-free. So there you go. You can probably have it with all of your dietary restrictions. Don't quote me on the vegan part. I don't know everything that vegans can and cannot eat. All right, I'm not vegan. So let's start with the ingredients that we will be using today. For produce, we have a butternut squash, a yellow onion, a green pepper. For meat, we will be using the Impossible Burger made from plants, this one. Red meat just makes me uncomfortable, so I tend to use the fake meat. You can also use cilantro, but I forgot cilantro. Other things that we'll be using is tomato paste, pinto beans. You can use whatever beans that you want. We've used black beans before, but I like pinto beans the most. So I do tend to use a lot of spices in this chili, so just hold your horses because it's kind of a decent amount. I have pepper, I have garlic powder, I have basil, I have salt, I have cayenne and paprika, and lastly, crushed red pepper. So I do use a lot of spices, but it's better to be, well, it makes it taste better, okay? Just believe me, okay? So first, let's go on Mac's channel, making my favorite chili. She loves this. I'm so excited about it. Can you get the trash can out? First thing that I'm gonna do is cut up the squash. So I'm gonna cut the squash into little cubes. Oh, there goes my, okay. I probably shouldn't have put it in the fridge because it's pretty solid right now. Okay. Yeah, it was not very smart of me to put this in the fridge, so I don't suggest putting your butternut squash in the fridge before you do this, because it will make it impossible to cut. Shit. Well, just put it right there, please. I have to use Izzy's phone for things like TikToks and filming because I have an XS, and so the quality isn't good. So now we have two angles going because I am a professional YouTuber. I still smell like pumpkin from yesterday because we did indeed carve pumpkins. Also, don't come at me if I'm not cutting this correctly because I guarantee I'm not, but I really don't care. If my dad ever watches this, he's gonna get on my head for how I cut this shit. Where's my knife? It's over there. We haven't had this chili yet in this apartment. It's a very exciting moment. I cut for a sec because that took way longer than I anticipated because it was really hard to cut. They sell it pre-cut, so if you can find that, I suggest that. But this is about how much I got out of that butternut squash. That was a workout. And let me be quite honest with you. I didn't like butternut squash until I tried this chili. Neither did she, and she is very picky. All I have to say is, if you don't think that you're gonna like it, try it. Try the chili. Because I was hesitant at first too, but it's really good. Probably my favorite chili I've ever had, and my dad makes a mean chili. I think mine's better. I know my father isn't watching this, but if he was, he'd be texting me right now yelling at me for saying that. Also, if I sound a little bit stuffy, I'm sick. Now we're gonna cut up the yellow onion. Hopefully I don't cry. Let me be quite honest with you again. I don't know how to cut up an onion. I'm doing it wrong. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care. I'm just gonna do me, and you're not gonna say anything about the way that I cut my onion, because I know it's wrong. My family has a lot of people that cook, so if any of my family is watching this, I'm gonna get text after this. Especially Julie, or literally Joe, or literally any of my family. They can be as big or as little as you want them to be. I cut mine pretty small, because I don't like biting into a full-ass onion in my chili. But that's just me. That's about the size that I like. I usually don't put in the whole thing, because I just feel like that's overkill. Next thing is the pepper. And again, don't know how to cut a pepper. this is what is in my, well, shit. Where's your phone? This is what's in my bowl, my peppers, my onions, and my butternut squash. So now, what we're gonna do with this pot of vegetables, we're gonna bring it, put it on the stove, and we're gonna turn it on. We're gonna turn it on like a simmer. I turned mine to 6. So I'm gonna put some oil in here. Not overkill, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some spices. So again, hold your horses, because there's a lot of them. We're gonna add paprika, basil, garlic powder. Izzy doesn't really like garlic powder, so I don't put a lot in there. Why isn't it coming out? Okay, what the shit? Is this garlic powder bad? No. Like, the garlic powder like set. Like it's solid. Okay, so we're not gonna be adding any garlic powder. We're gonna add some sea salt. You can use regular salt, it doesn't matter. We just like the way that pink salt looks. We're gonna do some pepper, some cayenne, not too much cayenne, and lastly, some red pepper flakes. Now we're going to wait until the onions get transparent. It takes about 10 minutes. Just obviously watch it and stir it like every minute or so. Oh my goodness. Look at my cat. Also, don't forget to drink water in between your cooking. All right, so I'm gonna wait for the onions to get transparent and then I'll come back to you. All right, so at this point, it should look like this. So at this point, you want to add your meat. If you're using real meat, go right ahead. But like I said, red meat makes me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna cut it open because I'm not strong enough. I hope your meat's easier to open than mine, because mine is being impossible. So you're just gonna plop your meat in there. And then I also season my meat a little bit. Just a little bit though, because like the vegetables already have seasoning on them. So I don't go crazy. I don't think any pepper is coming out of here. Oh yeah, the lid's on. That's cool. Okay. So now you let your meat cook in here, obviously until it's done. Also, when you were doing vegetables and you had them on a simmer, it would be the time to add your tomatoes. But we don't like tomatoes in this house, so we don't use them. This recipe came from a recipe, but I added a lot to it, so it's not even like recognizable from the recipe that it was. So now we're just gonna cook the meat. And, well, Izzy wants to introduce you to Ollie first. Ollie is our new kitten. This is little man Ollie. He looks so cute. He's a new addition to our family. Our family is now complete. Yes. Hi, Ollie. Now we're both gonna play Fortnite. So at this point, your chili should look like this. The butternut squash is kind of going into the meat, you know. So now what you're going to add is your tomato paste. You're gonna also fill that container up with water and put the water in there, as well as one more, like that. And then you're gonna drain your beans, because I don't like the bean liquid. And you're gonna put your beans in there. And then you're gonna stir that up a little bit until the paste is evenly incorporated. My chili looks a little bit dry. It's looking a little bit dry, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Watch out! So I'm gonna just stir that around. I'm gonna add the last of my spices. So I just add a little bit more of everything. At this point, I also add hot sauce. You can obviously use whatever hot sauce you want. I use Tabasco. You can just add as much or as little as you want. We like to add a lot because, like I said, we like spicy chili. You put it on simmer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
And that's your chili. It'll be done after that and ready to serve. So I'll show you it when it's done, but it's gonna simmer for 10 minutes. All right, chili is done. This is the chili. Very yummy looking. We're gonna have girlfriend try it first.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why me?
Because we already know that you love it. Do you want me to feed you?
No, I don't need to feed me.
All right.
I don't know yet, hold on. It's good. I'll put cheese in it to make it a little bit more creamier.
Creamier.
We have cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
It's good. What do you think?
It's spicy.
Mm-hmm. You think it tastes good?
I mean, yeah, but I like it with real meat.
Yeah, the next time we'll use real meat.
This is the first time that we've used fake meat, so that's why we were a little bit hesitant to try it because we didn't know. But with the real meat, oh no, I got it in my hair. But with real meat, it's really good. I mean, this is still really good. Like with fake meat, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Like if you're trying it for the first time with fake meat, then it's good.
But if you already know what it tastes like with real meat, I don't know how you'll feel about this.
God, I love cheese. I love cheese so much.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed my chili. If you make it, DM me a picture and tell me how you like it. Unless you hate it, then don't tell me. But I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for watching, and I love you.